Welcome to the Code with Jason meetup. Today we're going to continue work on something that I've worked on in, I think, exactly one of these meetups in the past, which is a continuous integration platform that I have been working on. Um, I'm going to share my screen and kind of show you what I have so far and describe what's what and where we're going to go next and all that stuff. Um, for anybody who doesn't know, anybody here, anybody watching on YouTube, um, a CI platform, continuous integration, is basically a place where tests are run. It's more than that, but that's kind of the main purpose that people use it for is you can't run your whole test suite locally. It just takes too long. It's impractical. So you push it up to CI and that's where your tests run. And I was very, very, very unsatisfied with the current offerings like SaturnCI and GitHub Actions and stuff like that. I didn't like the UI. I don't like the UI. And so I thought, let me make something better that I actually like. Um, okay, I'm going to share my screen. And my most recent commit on this project is from July. And right now it's December 24th. Merry Christmas, everybody. Um, so it's been, you know, 12 minus 7 is 5. It's been 5 months since I last touched this. Actually, more like 6 months since this was from early July. So we'll see if we can revive this project from its cryogenically frozen state. And I was hosting this on AWS. And part of the reason why I abandoned it, in addition to just lack of time, is because the hosting cost was not negligible. It was like well over $100 a month. I think even over $200 a month. So I thought, that's not justifiable. That's more than I really feel like I can afford to be losing every month when I'm starting with no customers. Because my intention would be to actually put this out and get people using it. Um, But then after I shut that down, I'm like, maybe it doesn't have to be this way. Maybe there's a more affordable hosting option. So those are my first couple of objectives. Like, let me just get this project running locally, and then let me get it get it running on some more affordable host. I believe in the idea of getting a production environment running right from day one. So it's going to be a high priority for me is getting a production environment set up. But first, let's try to get it running locally. I have this application Dockerized, and so I'm going to start it up using Docker Compose up. It's pulling down the various Docker images and such. And if you're not familiar with Docker, don't worry. This is not going to be a significant part of what we're focusing on. Okay, so I ran Docker Compose up, but I don't know if it actually is working because it seems to have just exited. And here it says attaching to and then blank. I've never seen this behavior before in my life. It's very strange. So I'm going to run it again and see what happens. Yeah, this is weird. Okay, so I'm going to do Docker Compose down. Okay, and then up once more. So weird. Okay, well, right off the bat, we have a problem. I'm going to ask ChatGPT if it can explain this. Why does it say attaching to and then nothing? Okay, so let's take a peek at the Docker Compose config just to get oriented and such. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How about you?
I'm good.
Um, So Ryan, we just started, so I can briefly catch you up.
Yeah, just keep
Um,
going. I'll catch up.
it'll take
You
3 seconds.
okay.
I am trying to revive this old project I haven't worked on in 5 months. I ran Docker Compose up and nothing happens. So
Okay.
yeah, so we got to figure out what that's all about. And I said that Docker won't be a significant portion of what we focus on, but if there's a problem with Docker, then apparently we will have to focus on it. Okay, so apparently the services I have are Postgres and Redis, and that's it. Just those two services. Okay,
Did you try destroying the volume first?
I did not. Docker volume ls. Hmm. Well, I don't know what all of these are. Let's.
Do you have
Hmm.
Docker? I'm not as familiar with the command line, but on the desktop version, you can just sort of wipe out all history. I forget how to do it. We had to do that with our project recently.
Like just blow away literally everything to do with Docker.
This is Saturn. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
To like stop the service and then go to the image and delete the image and then just reboot, like have it rebuild the image.
Okay, I'll give that a try. I wonder what this delete button does. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, Docker image ls. Okay. I don't see anything that is obviously Saturn related. Okay, and I have Docker Compose up alias to just up, so I'm going to run that. Okay, now different stuff is happening. I don't know why different stuff is happening, but it is. And now if I do a Docker container ls, I see nothing related to um, Saturn. I do have another project going that I thought I had killed, but maybe not. So I'm going to kill that now. Not that I think it'll necessarily interfere, but just it'll make it easier to understand if I don't have to be looking at that stuff. Okay, so I see Redis running and Postgres running up 44 seconds. Yeah, that looks like the stuff. Okay. And then I'll just do like Rails console and see what's there. Um, okay, I don't even know if I have a user table. User.all. Object doesn't support inspect. I have no idea what that means. Weird. Okay, but anyway, let's get a Rails server going and then we'll visit it and see what we get. I'm not expecting it to really work, but we'll at least see what we get. Okay, localhost 3000. Okay, could not find your database. Not too surprising. So I'll create the database. Okay. Okay, now it says migrations are pending. So I will do Rails DB schema load. Okay. So we see something. Log in, sign in with GitHub, sign up. I guess I'm going to sign up. Okay. And I have no idea if this is going to work. Oh, successfully authenticated from GitHub account. Okay. Um, well, shame on me for this confusing AI because I see install Saturn, add project. If there were only one of these links, I would have a sense of what to do. But I don't know if I should install Saturn or add a project. And I don't know what's going to happen if I click install Saturn. Let's find out. Oh, okay. Hmm. Um, I don't know if this is what I want to do. I'm gonna go back and not do that yet. What if I do add project? Oh, okay. So here we have a bug, and this
Oh,
makes me realize.
you probably need to install Saturn first. Saturn installation, start first.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But encountering this bug makes me realize that I should run the test suite and see what happens. Does the test suite still run? Okay, at least one failure. Looks like we have two failures. Okay,
You need to
so
update Chrome
yeah, it appears
driver.
so. Okay, do you know off the top of your head how to do that, Ryan?
I always forget it. Brew upgrade Chrome driver or something like that. Yeah,
Looks
upgrade
like
Chrome
that's in
driver.
my history.
I always wanted to write brew update, and then it gives you the warning. It's like this is to update brew, not to update uh, the cask or
Yeah,
whatever
it's
they call it.
I get those two mixed up also, upgrade versus update. All right, well, I guess while we're waiting for this, I will install Saturn. I don't know where I want to install it. I guess Jason Sweat. Okay. Okay. So now I'm here. Presumably Saturn is installed. Okay, what if I click add project now? No, still nothing. And I feel like if Saturn was successfully installed, I should no longer be presented with this install Saturn
Can you go
link.
back to that GitHub page?
Yeah.
It feels like you. I would think you'd have to hit save. Like, did you ever actually accept anything?
I don't know.
This looks like the screen where it's like giving you permissions.
It does say that it has permissions.
Okay, well, confusing GitHub interface, perhaps.
Yeah, but even if the GitHub interface is confusing, my app should somehow at least make an attempt to smooth that over. So that'll
But
be
it
something.
says
Uh-huh.
it was installed 6 months ago,
Interesting. Huh.
Good catch.
and the URL is also production. I guess app.saturnci.com.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I don't care that I don't know right now because my first priority is I want to get the test suite successfully running. Okay, still gets the same failure. Okay. Um, let's do this. Chrome driver dash V. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, you got to do this system thing. Go to settings,
Okay.
security and privacy, or wherever that is nowadays.
Yeah.
Uh,
There we
yeah,
go.
scroll down. Hold on, let me. I have this written down because I run into it every time we update. Let
Yeah.
me
Oh, here
just
we
try to.
go.
Oh yeah, there
Right
it is.
here.
Allow anyway.
Okay. Let's
All right,
see
now
what
try
happens now.
dash V and then open anyway.
I don't have that option. I'll click open. Okay, good. All right. Now let's try it.
Ah,
Okay. Um,
what is that? I can't read your screen. Is that 6099? What is the point version that it says?
yeah, that's it.
And that's what was that compared to what you said when you ran dash V?
That's the one. Um,
Wait, and then what are you actually running in Chrome?
oh, good question. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let
So
it do this update.
Yeah. What mismatch?
So here I have 109 is the last number. Relaunch. Hmm. Okay, there we go. 129. Okay, I'm gonna try it anyway just to see what happens. And instead of running the whole test suite, I'm just gonna do one of these. Okay, same thing. Um, I wouldn't think that like very fine-grained part of the version would constitute a mismatch.
I would agree.
Yeah. I'm gonna try something just on a whim. I'm just gonna close and reopen this terminal. I have low hopes that that'll do anything, but it's cheap to try, so why not? Yeah, it didn't work. Okay. We shall ask ChatGPT. Oh, you know what? Sometimes it has to do, sometimes this is fixed by updating gems in my memory. So let's do bundle update web drivers. Bundle update web drivers. Okay, I'm just curious. Okay, yeah, we went from 5.2 to 5.3.1. So let's see if that changes anything for us. Looks like it did change something.
You got a
Oh,
webmock error.
okay. Interesting. I certainly was never getting this before. Okay, unregistered request, Google Chrome Labs, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think I just have to add a setting to say like ignore this sort of thing. Um, but I'm gonna give this to ChatGPT. Now I get a different problem. And I'm gonna open up my config. Let's see. I don't think it's in Rails helper. Web mock. Whoops. Hmm. Yeah, I'll just tell it this much and see what it tells me. Yeah, I think this last one is what I want. Okay, so I think I want to put that like right here. Okay, I still get it. But it seems like I need some kind of wild card or something like that. Oh no, this is a different URL, completely different URL. Okay. So we will show this one to ChatGPT, or maybe I can just use my own brain for this one. Um, Actually, no, I'm going to use ChatGPT. I think I want to just change this from a single value to an array that contains both those URLs. Let's see if that does it. Okay. Okay, and now it's it doesn't like my call to localhost. So I'm gonna fix that. And sorry, I gotta figure out something to do with this Zoom window. There's nowhere where I can put it where it's there we go. I just needed that out of the way. It was blocking my view. 127.001. It's interesting to me that I didn't have to do all this stuff before. There we go. Okay. So now let's run the whole suite. The entire suite passes. That is nice. Get test suite passing again. Wonderful. Okay, so now we can turn our attention to actually trying to get this to work. So I did install Saturn, now add project. Okay, and we get undefined method GitHub installation ID for nil class. So let's see what that's all about. That's in the user model. And we're at project integrations new. Let's actually go there first. Okay, whoops, that's not where I meant to go. I meant to go to the controller. Okay. Okay, so I have this GitHub client. Oh, and I think I know why this is. GitHub installation ID. So I don't have a GitHub installation ID. And I imagine because I had already had this installed from before, but then I like blew away my local database and recreated it. So this got disconnected. But then when I went to install Saturn, I already had it installed. And so it didn't do anything new. And so I think what I want to do is uninstall and then reinstall. Okay. I want to uninstall this also. Great. Okay, so now I want to install Saturn. And it is taking a while for some reason. I bet I know why. Because I bet there's some webhook business. Oh, no, my guess was wrong. Okay, so I'm going to install it here. Okay. Yes, okay. This was my guess as to why it wasn't working. I was incorrect, but it is true that there is some webhook stuff going on, and so I need to have ngrok going.
You could also just grab the ID and fake it if you wanted to.
Oh,
It's in the URL, depending on
yeah.
how you want to go with this call.
Yeah, I'll just get ngrok going. I don't know if I'm gonna have it in my bash history. And I also don't know if maybe I have it in my README. I certainly don't. Shame on me. Okay,
Were you
in
looking for the
grok.
command?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
Okay, I certainly don't have it in my history. Well, it's not just like the general ngrok command. I'm looking for like what specifically I need.
Yeah, hold on. I can. Um, I guess it depends on what version you have. But
Yeah, and I need like like my account specific info, you know?
well, all you have to do is domain equals and then your ngrok URL, like as a parameter. So dash dash domain equals json.ngrok.io or whatever I saw it to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is not the info I was seeking.
I think it is. Try if you go up to the top where it says ngrok HTTP,
Uh-huh.
Like that's the command to launch it. And then you just got to pass the option dash dash domain equals, and then put in your JSON.
JSON.ngrok.app.
Yeah, domain equals JSON and grok.app.
Okay. I think I forgot to specify the port, huh?
Yeah, they're all different. There you go.
There we go. Okay. I don't know if that's the right port, but we'll see. Maybe I want 3000. No, that's not right.
Usually you just want to send it to wherever your web server is running.
Okay. And I have it running on 3000, so I guess that's what I want.
I think so, because what you're doing is sending it back to your app, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna add this to my README. Okay, that's obviously very fragmentary, but I think it'll be enough to give me what I need next time I want it. Add ngrok stuff to README. Okay. Okay, and apparently now I am no longer signed in, which is fine. Oh. Okay, sign in. I think I already have Saturn installed. No, okay. Oh, but I did
Yeah.
have it installed.
So the question is, do we still have, did that webhook actually sync or no? No, you just start over. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start over. Okay, install Saturn. Okay. Now I'm not signed in for some reason.
There you
Oh,
go.
now I am. Okay. Well, that was extremely clunky, but we'll just keep plowing forward.
Hey, look at that. No error.
Yeah.
At least not the same one.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now I get all these, and I'm gonna run Saturn on Saturn. Okay. So I remember this from months ago when I was working on this. So I have no builds yet. I don't know how to trigger a build. That would be nice to know how to trigger a build locally. But I'm just going to push a commit and see if that does something. Okay, so I'll figure out some arbitrary change to make. I'll just get rid of this new line. Arbitrary change as a test. Okay. Oh, and maybe I'll look at ngrok. I do see API v1 GitHub events. Look at that.
It runs.
Evidently so. Okay. I don't know if it really is doing what it says it's doing though, because
Maybe just recorded the start of it.
yeah, it's not as though it's actually running my test suite somewhere. Because where would it be running it? Well, now that I have this much done, I think I want to try to get a production environment going. So I'm going to say I want to deploy to a production environment. It's a CI service. So I'm going to need a way to spin up virtual machines, kind of like AWS Spot instances. But I don't want to use AWS because it's too expensive. Okay.
Ironically, the first two are other expensive options.
Ha. I feel like I'm kind of inclined to use DigitalOcean.
Their droplet stuff does look interesting.
Tell me more about pricing for DigitalOcean. Yeah, like $5 a month is pretty attractive pricing. Okay. And when I was on AWS, I was using Kubernetes. So I think I'm going to go that route still. What can I expect for pricing if I use Kubernetes? Okay. Still seems pretty affordable.
So what is the purpose of this app that you're building? Is it to manage the CI process?
Yeah, it's just analogous to CircleCI or GitHub
Okay.
Actions.
And it's just out of sort of continuing education desire.
It is out of extreme frustration with the existing products.
Got it.
Yeah. And so perhaps eventually this can become a product of my own and it becomes a successful business and I ride off into the sunset. But who knows? It's very experimental at this stage.
So what are the things like I'm very interested in implementing CI,
Mm-hmm.
right? Obviously I've heard of Circle CI, but you just mentioned that you have frustrations. What are some of the pain points that you're experiencing that led
Main
you
one
to
is,
want to build this?
yeah, the main one is the UI. It's just for both Circle CI and GitHub Actions, it's as though the people who built the product didn't understand what was needed, nor do they ever use the product themselves.
Okay.
And the things that you need to do a million times a day are extremely inconvenient and painful. Like, for example, um, I don't have anything that I can show because it's like client sensitive stuff, but
Sure.
like in order to get to the navigation, you need to like scroll up a million miles just to get to the nav.
Mm.
And you have to do that like a billion times a day. And it's
Is
like,
it is this
mhm,
something that you've seen other people express as well, like on Twitter or anywhere else in your podcast life?
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I, I only ask the question because I feel like UI things, there's like sort of two camps. It's like everybody experiences the same pain point, or a very small group of people experience it, in which case it usually means they're trying to use it in a way that it isn't intended to be used. And I was trying to figure out which group you might be in.
Yeah. Um, I suspect that it's a broadly felt pain, even if it's not a broadly expressed pain. But even so, like I I'm not approaching this from like a rational logical perspective.
That's
I'm just
fine. I'm asking out of pure curiosity more than
yeah. Yeah, I'm just building. I want to build the thing I want to build just because I don't know, for personal satisfaction or whatever. And
Sure.
I'm kind of making a bet that other people will want the same thing that I want. And it's kind of like I I'm placing like a 5% chance on the bet paying off. Um and if it turns out to be a giant waste of time, I will have anticipated that from the beginning.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm finding ChatGPT a bit unhelpful regarding Kubernetes, so I'm gonna try it the old-fashioned way.
You find it annoying when you have to go back to the old-fashioned way.
A little bit. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of annoying because it's like I just want you to start from the beginning. Maybe this is it. Okay. I suppose the very first thing I need to do is sign up for a DigitalOcean account. Okay, sign up with GitHub, I suppose. Hmm. I've done these before. Okay, I want it to be pointing that way. I have to do it again.
It's the first time I've seen that one.
Yeah, ChatGPT uses the same one. Okay, apparently I have to do this. What am I? Um, I don't know. Other? A website. Yeah. Um, okay. Well, okay. I guess I will stop sharing my screen for a second so my credit card number doesn't go on the YouTube video. Bear
Minor
with me a
details.
moment. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. Almost done. Okay, I just saved my payment method. It says it's saving. Card added successfully. All right, now I can share my screen again. Okay, my wife may have just texted me. Okay, she said, "Can you come in immediately after your meeting?" Yes. Okay, now I have my DigitalOcean account. I wonder what happens if I click deploy a container-based app. Kubernetes, hey, easier than AWS so far. Interesting that it defaults to Singapore. I am closest to New York, so I'll do that. Okay, sure. $24 per month per node. Well, that's kind of more than I was expecting. I'll just do one node for the time being. Okay, don't need this stuff, I guess. name. I can change it later, so I guess I'll just leave it this for now. Okay, create cluster. And I believe I'm going to create both a staging and a production environment right from the start. Okay, get started. Okay, what is this all about? Okay, next you will need to add an authentication token or certificate to your kubectl configuration file. By the way, it really bugs me when people say cube instead of kube. It's not Kubernetes. Okay, this approach on blah blah blah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll run this locally. Okay. Well, I don't know what that is. So here's what I shall do. I'm gonna screenshot this and give it to ChatGPT. And then I'm gonna show it this and see what it says about all that. So DOCTL is apparently the DigitalOcean command line tool. That is news to me. Okay. Brew install DOCTL. Okay. Access token is required. All right. Says hint, run DOCTL authnet. Let's try that. Enter your access token. Okay, I can generate one here apparently. Enter token name. My token. I'll give it read and write. Why not? Sure. Okay. Okay. This is nice so far. Um, Maybe now I can do that other thing. Okay. All right, so I did that, so I guess I'll click continue. Verify cluster connectivity. Okay. Let's do this, I guess. Okay, interesting. I see my DigitalOcean thing there on the second line. I also see some AWS stuff, which I will want to get rid of because it doesn't apply anymore. And I think those last three lines are also AWS related things. Okay. I'll do cluster info also. Apparently that one takes a bit. Okay. Okay. This is the last one. All right. All that looks, like it's apparently working. Okay. Deploy a workload or sample app. Hmm. Just for curiosity, I'm gonna go like this. Hmm. I guess I'm gonna say great, I'm done. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna say that was successful. How do I now deploy my app? Okay. Yeah, so I've already containerized the application. Now I need to push it to a registry. It says your registry name, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that's going to be. So let's see. Oh, container registry. All right. Man, this is like so much better than AWS. Okay, it's 9:55. According to that text I got from my wife, I have to promptly end at 10. So we got 5 minutes. All we need is a name. Okay. SaturnCI. Okay, starter plan. All right, great. Create registry. Okay, registry created. Get started. Okay. Apparently I'm logged in now. Integrating. So add the secret to all namespaces. Okay. Integrate all clusters. Okay. I'm going to open this in a tab. Great, I'm done. Okay. Not sure what just happened, but this must be my registry endpoint. Okay. Okay. I'm going to say I already containerized my app. Here's my registry endpoint. Okay, so I'm going to do these. An image does not exist locally. Not surprising. I need to build it. I think I have some kind of build script. Okay. Yeah, I have a deploy script here, and I need to modify it. So instead of pushing to AWS, it pushes to DigitalOcean. So I'm going to say, help me modify this build script I wrote so it pushes to DigitalOcean instead of um, AWS. Okay. Now, why doesn't... Oh, it has the registry endpoint here. Okay. Okay, let's give that a try. Oh. See if I've used this before. Apparently, I don't have it in my history. Okay. An image does not exist locally with the tag blah blah blah. Okay. I'm just going to paste this to ChatGPT and see what it says. We're very nearly out of time. On Dockerfile.production, no such file or directory. That seems like a big deal. But here it is. Okay. I'm going to see what exactly was changed. I don't know why it changed tag to image name. What even is tag? Okay, environment app version. Yeah, I'm going to change that back because I don't know why it changed that. I'm just going to completely check out this deploy script so it's back how it was. Okay, and we're over time, so sadly I have to go. But let's really, really quickly summarize. So, took this app I haven't worked on in 5 months, got it running locally, and we got part of the way toward getting it running on DigitalOcean. So, next time when we pick back up, we will finish the process. Well, we'll continue to work on the process of getting it hosted on DigitalOcean, and we'll go from there. So thanks everybody for joining me this Christmas Eve. Hope everybody who celebrates has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will talk to you in 2024.
Same to you, Jason. Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Hi,
Good luck.
Jason.